Practicing these processes is something that you can do all the time. And one of my safe forms of practice is releasing and sending love to movie villains, news villains, villains in books, and on and on. And this might sound counterintuitive, but it's actually a way to rewire your reactions and heal the villains so they stop villaining. Think about it. Punishment is a form of fear, and fear doesn't fix the fear. It only gives it the momentum to replicate. Love is what heals fear, but it feels near impossible to love those people who we despise, and yet that's why it's important for us to do it. Practicing on movie villains makes it easier in real life. It grows your compassion and assists you in restoring your view of the person to a harm-free state. Now, we are so obsessed with justice as a culture that we replicate fear and cause more things to happen where we can call in more justice. We actually attract the need for justice. Well, what would happen if we decided that instead of fighting for justice, we sought to support and heal our population that was lashing out in pain and causing more pain in the process? The reason we haven't done this is because we don't know how to be effective with helping the most hurt villains among us. And without that knowing, it seems impossible to actually redeem and heal the hurt, damaged, and broken villains in our stories. They seem unredeemable, but they are redeemable, just as you are redeemable. They are worthy of our care, just as you are worthy of our care. And now we have the tools and the know-how to actually restore them and restore ourselves. So I practice with villains. I start by just recognizing that they don't know another way. I see that they were beaten, tortured, and abused to the point where this behavior was normalized for them. I see their fear and I name it. If it's greed, the root cause is that they don't feel like they're enough. And so they have to take from others to feel enough. They're wanting approval. And so I release that want for them and for me. And then I send them love. I send them care and nurturing presence. I send that love to the writer and the movie producer. If it's anger, then they don't feel safe and they want to destroy. So that's releasing wanting safety. So what I do is I'll allow myself to be safe, to really feel safe. And then I bring them into that safety and I'll help them to feel safe and nurse their being back to wholeness in the process. Now, if you want to thrive and heal the world, you don't do that by staying a slave to fear. You do that by rising above fear with love. That doesn't mean that you start with the most dangerous people among us. You can just start small, like maybe a movie villain, and that ends up being one of the perfect places to practice. So remember, you are the leader we have been waiting for. You are stronger than you think, and it's time that you know it. So give me your heart. I promise to be good to it. Click the heart below and follow me if you are a courageous leader who is ready to stop honoring fear, start operating in the zone, and step into your potential.